Hey there, I'm Abby Smiley Krause, and this is Straight Talk with Abby, the audio series for anyone who's tired of starting over and ready to start becoming. I'm a certified personal trainer, a certified nutritionist, and accountability coach who's maybe been exactly where you are right now. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to give you some straight talk about what it really takes to break free and become unstoppable. So grab your coffee, lace up your sneakers, or just get comfortable because we're about to get real. If you have ever said, "I'll start Monday," more than 3 times in your life, this episode is going to change everything. Because what I'm about to tell you will make you angry first, but then set you free. Let me paint a picture. It's Sunday night. You're lying in bed, scrolling through social media, seeing all these transformation photos, and you feel that familiar pit in your stomach, that mixture of inspiration and shame. You tell yourself, tomorrow is different. Tomorrow, I start fresh. Monday morning comes, you meal prep like a champion, you lay out your workout clothes, you download a new app, you take a before photo, you're all in. Tuesday, you're still going strong, maybe even Wednesday too. But then Thursday hits. Your kid gets sick, your boss dumps a project on you, your mom calls with drama, and suddenly you're eating takeout in your car, telling yourself you'll start again next Monday. Sound familiar? If you're nodding right now, I need you to know something. This is not happening because you lack willpower. This isn't happening because you're broken or weak or you don't want it badly enough. This is happening because every time you start over, you're actually programming your brain to believe you're someone who quits. Here's what nobody tells you about starting over. Every time you do it, you're reinforcing a neural pathway. Your brain does not distinguish between a failed diet and a failed identity. It just files away another piece of evidence that says, see, we're not the type of person who follows through. I learned this the hard way. In my 40s, I had started over so many times, I couldn't even count them. Rock bottom. 2 divorces, depression so deep, I was self-medicating with alcohol sometimes just to get through the day. I looked in the mirror and I didn't even recognize the person staring right back at me. But here's what changed everything. I stopped trying to change my behavior and started changing my identity. See, most people approach transformation backwards. They think, if I can just force myself to eat right and work out, then I'll become someone who's healthy. But that's like trying to install new software on an old operating system. It crashes every time. The ancient Greeks understood something we've forgotten. We are what we repeatedly do. But here's the twist they knew that we don't. We repeatedly do what we believe we are. So when you identify as someone who's trying to get healthy, you give yourself permission to fail. The word trying creates an escape hatch. But when you identify as someone who is healthy, who prioritizes their well-being, who takes care of their body, everything changes. A healthy person doesn't need willpower to work out. They work out because that's what healthy people do. A healthy person doesn't struggle with food choices. They nourish their body because that's their identity. This isn't about positive thinking or fake it till you make it. This is about recognizing that transformation happens at the identity level first, behavior level second. So let me give you a real example. I had a client named Sarah. She was 47 years old. She had been trying to lose weight for 8 years. Every Monday was a fresh start for Sarah. Every Friday was pizza and wine and promises to start again on Monday. So one day I asked her, Sarah, what does a healthy person do when they're stressed? She paused. They probably go for a walk or call a friend. What does a healthy person eat for lunch? Probably a salad with a protein. What does a healthy person do on Friday night? They might have pizza, but they don't eat the whole thing. The light bulb moment. She already knew what a healthy person would do. She just didn't identify herself as one. So we didn't change her meal plan. We changed her identity. So instead of, I'm trying to be healthy, it became, I am someone who prioritizes my health. Instead of, I should work out, it became, I'm someone who moves my body daily. Within 6 weeks, she'd lost 12 pounds without tracking a single calorie. Because she wasn't following a diet, she was living her identity. Here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to stop trying to change your behavior just for today. Instead, I want you to ask yourself one question before every decision. What would someone who prioritizes their health do right now? Don't overthink it. Don't negotiate. Just ask the question and act on the answer. Someone who prioritizes their health drinks water instead of soda. They take the stairs instead of the elevator. They go to bed at a reasonable time instead of scrolling until midnight. They speak to themselves with kindness instead of criticism. You already know what to do. You just need to start identifying as someone who does it. Your transformation doesn't start when you lose the weight. It doesn't start when you fit into those jeans. It doesn't start when you reach some arbitrary goal. Your transformation starts the moment you stop seeing yourself as someone who's trying to change and start seeing yourself as someone who is already changed. You're just catching up your actions to your identity. You're not someone who starts over. You're someone who shows up. You're not someone who quits. You are someone who perseveres. You are not someone who's trying to be healthy. You are someone who is healthy. And every decision you make from this point forward is just evidence of who you already are. Stop starting over. Start becoming. Because the person you're meant to be is already inside you. They're just waiting for you to acknowledge their existence and to start living like them. Your breakthrough era doesn't begin when you reach your goals. It begins when you change who you think you are. And that can happen right now, in this moment, with this decision. Who do you choose to be today? Thanks for listening to Straight Talk with Abby. If this episode hit you where you needed it, here's what I want you to do. First, share this with someone who needs to hear it. Transformation is contagious, and you never know who's waiting for exactly this message. Second, if you're ready to stop starting over and start becoming the unstoppable version of yourself, I've got something for you. My audiobook, Your Breakthrough Era, Unstoppable Starts Here, is now available on Audible, iTunes, and Amazon. It's the deeper dive into everything we talk about here. And if you're ready to go all in on your fitness transformation, check out my program, Unstoppable 2.0, my 12-week program that combines fitness, mindset, and identity work to help you become who you're meant to be. You can find all the details at yourfitnesschick.com. Remember, your breakthrough era doesn't start when you feel ready. It starts when you decide you're ready. I'll see you next time for more Straight Talk. Until then, keep breaking through.